Good evening. I got home from doing some stuff. Nicole was doing some chores, and I was seeing the laptop, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to do a rewatch over the next few days. And so I figured, why not take advantage of this time right now and get a rewatch put together. So the teams were, of course, young Chase McCormick's as the Spanish, Spencer as the Japanese. I was the Hindustanis, formerly known as the Indians, but this is probably more culturally appropriate. And then Larry was the Saracens. On the other side, we have young Miguel, or Travis Cat, I'm sorry. This fight for the green color is never ending. So Travis is the Goths. He's just really feeling emo today. Leo the Hobo, aka Jono, is the Franks. Let me be frank. And Michael is the Coolians. On the far side, Taylor Stevens is the token Spanish for their team. We'll notice that there's not a lot of room between trade on this side. If you look over here, it's fairly close up to the front. And the same on the inverse, if you look on the other side, our trade is up over here. Yeah. So, let's see here. How long do I got? About a minute left. Let's see here. Oh, I wanted to see, where is it? It's this thing. There we go. So, we got about a minute left. Our populations, Larry's got 230. Chase has 165. I'm at 230. Spencer's 230. Taylor's at almost 250, and he does not have enough houses built. A lot of us don't, actually, if we're being honest. Travis with that 225. You got to get those houses up, Travis. You're the Goths. What are you doing? And, of course, Jono at 145 and Michael at 217. So, let's get this game a-rolling. When we look at the fronts, we've got Larry over here, we've got Travis over here. They are just rearing to go. Looks like Michael is going all in on the on those onagers. When we look at wood and gold, that's probably the thing to keep an eye on, who's broke. So I'm low on wood, I'm high on food, and I'm spending my gold as fast as I can. And that's what we do. Crab cakes and football. Let's turn up the speed a little bit. So Larry starts cutting over here. When he does that, we see that young Miguel starts cutting over here. So we go, okay, never mind. Cut off. We turn over to here. Now, that's going to lead to a big fight here. Travis comes in. And the fighting has begun. This fight in this zone becomes so desperate. Both teams just throw it all. And shout out to Travis, who gothed like Marilyn Manson, man. So this whole game, I kept thinking, I hate turning this corner. Like the whole time, I wanted to just be able to go like straight in, like up in. I don't know that it ever really got where we liked it, but that's okay. The game continues. Michael's trying to target my hand cannons. That dirty, nasty. You're a monster, Michael. I'm on to you, dirty whore. Well, let's look at some military. So, as you see, Michael really likes to, build up. Everyone seems to do this, and it drives me insane. Like, guys, look at how much Travis is slinging to the front, and Michael's like, oh, I'll just hang out in the back. Like, get your troops up there, man. He's desperately trying to fight for you, and you're just giving up ground. But whatever. I realize, though, that it is nice to have a block of units. It's not how I usually do it. I'm trying to push forward. I mean, I do much more similar to what Travis is doing, where I'm like slinging troops as fast as I can to the front to try and stop things. So it is what it is. On the other side, we see Taylor has started cutting. He's gonna do a beautiful cut. Chase is still rolling off. Oh my goodness, Chase McCormies, what are you doing? So we see this early on, and Taylor's gonna just keep on going down the line. Farther down the line, and Chase is getting ready to talk about arch nemesis slash brothers at arms. Larry's like, shoot him, kill him, be ready, and everyone's getting ready. And they want to cut in right here. They want to control that, but it doesn't happen. And Taylor goes down, and Larry is there. What is going to happen? Kaboom. Meanwhile, in the middle, this fight, Jono has started to push things. We've got Spencer has so many trebs. He's at one point he had 50. I don't know if we're gonna actually see that big pile. Oh, no, that might be the big pile. But we see Jono's here, Travis is here, Michael's here. On the other side, oh, I was trying to stop that, so I was actually sending troops over in here as well. They push Taylor back and go up. Very interesting. Meanwhile, Jono gets pushed back. They push everyone back. Larry played like an angry sailor this game. Chase is chilling here. I think Chase was trying to get in. I think what was one. His eyes were like over here. Yeah, his eyes are right here. He's trying to get in. Jono's over here. Chase is pushing up. And the fight continues. On the other side, Taylor's here, Michael's here, Jono's pushing. So all four of them are here in the middle, while still fighting on the sides. And we've got Chase here in the back, plunging, putting tons of pressure on Taylor. Taylor's probably thinking at this point, why did I have to cut this? Mother effers. Spencer gets some trebs built. They're taking out castles, and they are rebuilding the gate because they do not want them to get in. And we see there's now a safety wall here. On the other side, remember all those trebs? Spencer deleted them. Spencer has so many trebs this game. And Travis is just ants. It's like watching zombies. Meanwhile, Spencer's just going nuts. But the fight continues here on the side. Middle, Jono is made pushed to the edge. They are fighting for this castle, which is destroyed. And Jono brings forward the trebs. Oh my goodness. Jono is such a monster. Pushes in. Meanwhile, on the side, Chase pushes Taylor back once again. And Taylor's trying to stop the man. We've got castles going crazy here, and Spencer brings forward, or Chase brings forward bombard cannons. It's like, I don't give an F about anything. We're getting in, boys. And he's gonna take that wall down. Is he gonna get it? Wall down, and Chase is in, and Taylor's building another castle, and Chase is into the trade. Meanwhile, here in the middle, the fight has become that much more desperate. There's been that much more spreading out. At one point, Spencer was over here with trebs taking out these buildings, but they didn't build. And we are getting in and turning. I'm starting to take out this backside. Michael fighting for the siege. And that's the problem with the Goths, is they can hit a wall of hand cannoneers and nothing will stop them. We've got Chase has got one dude right here that's going nuts. Otherwise, they have stopped it. Jono has plugged it. Taylor has plugged it, and they are just going bonkers here on the side. So the fight for the middle continues, and Chase is plunging it forward again. Chase was talking about it this game. Guys, I don't really do that much, but you know, it's always nice to play with you. Chase, you don't have to kill the most to be the most influential killer. And that's what happens here. As we see, once again, Chase gets in behind the gate, but we've got a double gate here, which is a problem. But we see he's going in. This is starting to get dire on the side. But Taylor's starting to push up. He's like, I just need to freaking open this up. And Chase has walled that off. Let's see here. And the trade is going. Meanwhile, holy cow. Spencer is fighting Travis. Jono's slinging. And Michael is slinging. And we've got holes, and we are into Taylor now. It's the beginning of the end. So, I'm over here. Chase is all over their trade. Paladins in trade is a problem. It is a real problem. And I'm gonna switch people because... Here, no, not Spencer. Let's see here, will this do it? This is Taylor. So Taylor's down to 7 dudes on wood and 30 on food and 33 on gold. So his economy has been just shot. And he's going up, and he has taken out the gate here and pushed, and Jono is pushing with him. But there is just so much in the trade right now. And that is a problem. When we look at resources, Jono's low on food, but everyone else has a ton of food. I guess Larry's low on food, and Chase is low on food. But me and Spencer will give him food in that. Meanwhile, Spencer's trying to get over here. He's got another hole, and Taylor's trying to wall off the hole again. Jono's playing Sling Dog. And Travis had cut through here. I'm sorry, Travis, I missed that cut. There was just so much going on here. Three holes is a lot to keep track of. Taylor pushes up to right here. Holy cow, look at this swarm of Travis. Truly impressive. And Travis is walling off the houses at this point. Let's see here. We've got troops here in the back. I'm trying to go somewhere. Meanwhile, Taylor is pushing up and in, and he gets it again. Chase has built a castle to meet him, though. Taylor needed room to maneuver, man. Just going into a death zone. And Michael takes out the Trebs. And we are fighting to take out that castle. Boom. Taken out. And Travis has almost beaten Larry back at this point. But with Chase having free reign back here, it's just a problem. Michael still has tons of gold. Jono's out of gold. Travis is low on gold. Travis still has food and wood going. Taylor still has a ton of food and a ton of wood and a lot of gold. So their resources are good still. Larry is still out of food. And I'm sitting on me and Spencer are both sitting on a mountain of food. We need to share that. And Travis gets in to this side here. He's finally won that fight. Or at least flexed in a way. But I'm getting into Travis now. And the fight here, Spencer and Chase are pushing forward once again. In the middle, Spencer seems to have pretty free reign. At this point, it's kind of ended. And instead, we are on the side over here. Travis has finally had enough of this crap and goes and kills me out of the back. And now he's pushing to the forward, but Travis gives up. He says this game's over. And it was. This game, I missed some big stuff in this game because there was just so much going on, and I was trying to keep track of everything. So I'm sorry, guys, but shout out. I think that this cut actually hurt Taylor more than helped him. I think that was possibly the game right there. But it was a beautiful cut. That's what's frustrating about that is this is like you getting all the way down and in is a great cut. Sadly, Chase just built in right here and was ready for it, and then it became just this long corridor of death that was hard for them to control. But shout out to both teams. Larry played a solid anchor. That was like a signature Larry game where Larry's just like a powerhouse force to be reckoned with. And I love playing as the Indian. It's such a great time. And Spencer as the Japanese. We were kind of hoping for a Jap on Jap matchup between Travis and Spencer. It didn't happen, but Goth versus Jap, pretty close, comparable. Let's look at some stats. So, with the high military score, Larry scored almost 60,000 points. So, yeah, that goes to Larry. Although, Michael, with that 56, right there with him. A lot of death, a lot of killing. We look at Larry killed 3,100, Michael killed 23, and only lost 800 units. So, he, had a great KD that game. Travis, I know that this isn't a good ratio, but it's actually a great ratio. We were talking about it, and we talked about it last night. But as the Goths, you want to build the most units. And the fact that you were able to build 4,600 units you're pushing 4,700 units. The next closest, 2,000. Like, holy cow, that is impressive. And it makes everyone else's military scores look great. So thank you for that. When we look at economies, I had the most food. Travis had the most wood. Taylor has the most stone because he's a stoner. Chase had the most gold and the most trade profit. I can't imagine how much he had. Just like to point out that I gave almost 50,000 resources away, and Larry received almost 66,000 resources. We were feeding Larry all game. Feudal was Jono, Castle was Travis, and Travis had the Fast Imperial Age as well. But look at how close Michael is, especially with that Castle time. He's right there. Larry's pretty close as well. Worth noting, Taylor didn't go up till 1833, which really isn't that slow of a time. I was watching him as he was going. He went up to about 31 villagers before clicking the button. He had a ton of villagers. And I think that's why he has such a good boom, is because he doesn't care about what everyone else does. He does it his way. And hats off to Taylor for that. For castles, Spencer built 17 castles and was just using so many trebs that game. He also had the most relics. When we look at villager height, Michael with 251. Solid, dude. I was there. Spencer was there. Taylor was there. Yeah. And that was the game, guys. Look at that. Can we just admire Travis's military section here? This is impressive. It's just, he just had a lot of troops. It was awesome. So, GG, guys. Till next time. Peace.